Yeah, my name is Bigfoot, and I'm down here to see Howard. I tell him some stories.
And you've got a lot. You've got some frustration.
No, I got some frustration on. I almost put somebody's neck off up there while I was up there this last time.
Wow, you're like a firecracker this morning.
Yeah, I am. I got a lot of frustration built up in me.
So you might explode.
Oh, I might. I'm handling it pretty good at this, I think.
Okay, well,
as much as I got on my mind, I think I handle it pretty good.
All right, well, hopefully you have a good time in there today with Howard.
Yeah, I'll try to. And hi to the audience.
Bigfoot, come on in. Everybody loves Bigfoot. You know, if you'd like to book Bigfoot for an appearance, you can email Bigfoot at guidinglightmarketing@yahoo.com. guidinglightmarketing@yahoo.com.
I think Will was indicating that Bigfoot smells a bit today.
What, booze?
I don't know. He was just waving his hand.
Hey, Bigfoot.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
You addressed a lot of your problems in there today.
Yeah, I did.
Do you feel better now that you got to talk to Howard about them?
Yeah, I did feel better. It is. It gets off my chest. I talked to my mother. It is, and she sounds like she's really impressed when I'm doing it. Is.
So it was like therapy almost.
Yeah, it was like therapy. It is talking to the family. It is, and talking to Howard and everything, and.
Just getting it all out there.
Yeah, getting it all out there and letting everybody know how I feel.
Now, how long has it been since you talked with your mother?
It's been about 3 or 4 months.
So it was good to just get her on the air and get her
it
on the
was
phone.
nice to get her on there. I was surprised.
And now you can send her a teddy bear.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, what's next for Bigfoot?
I don't know. It's hard knowing it is with me. It's from one thing to the next. You just never know what's going to come up next.
Taking it one day at a time.
Exactly. That's the only way you can take it.
All right, Bigfoot. Thanks for stopping by, man.
No problem.
Good seeing you, bud.
Yeah. Good seeing you.
Hey now. Hey, everybody. What's happening? Big birthday yesterday. Very nice, yeah.
Did you do anything special last night?
No, we just, I went with my 2 of my kids to dinner.
Oh, that's special.
We went over to Ben's Deli, and they gave me a free dinner.
Oh, that sounds like a good time. Little nosh.
Check in, whole thing. Turkey wraps. It was nice. But that was it. Like, I got home, and I didn't get home till I don't know what time I even got home, 6:30, 7 o'clock at night.
Right.
After being up since 4 in the morning, I was, wasted.
Hit that wall.
Oh, I hit that wall. I was so tired, and then I came in, and it's about 50,000 email I had to go through. They just had a lot of stuff to go through. And I was so tired. I even got some gifts from some people. And
I was going to say, no gifts.
I was mad at the gifts. I was like, damn it, I want to go to bed. I got these boxes of gifts.
Cursing your gift.
God, damn it.
I got some nice gifts for my birthday. And let's see, there was a big-ass gift there from Vinny Favali and Debbie Favali.
Yeah, what'd they get you?
Well, it was a very nice gift, but... I talk about I use the George Foreman grill, and I make turkey burgers all the time. Well, Beth makes them. And so Vinny and Debbie sent me over a big grill, which I essentially have with George. They go, this is a better grill than George Foreman, but...
You were happy with what you had.
I mean, yeah. How many grills can you have?
And how big do you want them to get?
Exactly. I mean, you know what I'm saying.
You're in an apartment.
I'm in an apartment. I mean, I got a grill in every room now.
You can grill anywhere.
That sounds like fun.
Great.
That can be your bedroom grill.
A grill in every room.
I got a grill for every room.
Howard, I'm using the den grill.
And you can grill in different rooms. Yeah, I'm grilling in the bedroom. You're grilling in the den.
Yeah, I come over and I'm making a cheeseburger.
Then... but I am very grateful. Because people write me email, you're so critical of your gifts, you're a dick. And I go,
you're very difficult to buy for.
I know. And I wasn't looking for any birthday gifts, trust me. Chisano gave me a restaurant thing I'll go to this week.
Beacon's wonderful.
I'm sitting here. Dan the Song Parody Man, who started working for us, Good guy.
Really good.
And he's kind of like, what is he, a biker or something?
He's into bikes. He fixes bikes and...
Yeah, but he seems like he was in a gang or something. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, he looks the part.
Right, he's a little rough around the edges.
Yeah, he could have been a pagan or something.
You got to talk. You got to talk to Dan. Though Dan is one of the smartest guys you'll ever talk to. He's got a bunch of knowledge, and he's.
I'm just saying, put down. I love Dan.
No, I know. I'm just saying
he's got the heavy biker tattoos. I mean, he doesn't just have tattoos. He's got
the whole regalia, everything.
It looks like he's killed people.
I was in Vegas with Dan, and he. This was during the summer. I did a gig at the Hard Rock. You know, July in Vegas. Forget it. It's 120.
Yeah.
Everybody's in a pool. Yeah. So we were at a cabana, and Dan actually took his shirt off. Hey, man.
Like, what has he got? Like a whole vest?
It is the pale. First of all, he's got the palest chest you ever saw in your life.
Because it's never seen the sun, right?
Right, and then all the tats just run down his arm, and then his hair's flowing down. I mean, it looks like a biker rally invaded the pool, because everyone else there is waxed and,
Yeah. Well, anyway, so Dan goes, I got a gift for you.
Ooh, what did he get you?
Hey, Dan. Dan, were you ever in a Hell's Angel or a pagan, or were you ever like a real deal biker?
Well, it depends what you call a real deal bike. I was never in any kind of gang or motorcycle club. I've just been heavily into the bikes since I was a kid.
Yeah. He looks the part. So anyway, he comes up to me and goes, I got a gift for you. I go, okay, what is this? Can I talk about this?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. I don't even know if it's illegal.
Sex or something?
No.
Talk about it?
So he gives me this box, and I open it up, a little box. He goes, be careful with this. It's a knife. So I open it up.
A knife?
Yeah, it's like some kind of knife, like you could kill yourself
with it. Like a hunter's knife?
Like a hunter, like you press a button and jacks out at you, and it's like a switchblade kind of thing.
You're in the jets.
I'm like completely afraid of this knife. I took it home. I mean, I like it, but I took it home. And he goes, well, you can open boxes with it. I go, I can open people with this thing.
I could open up a fish.
So I'm like looking at this knife last night, and I'm going, should I keep this knife or should I throw it out? I mean, it looks like I could kill myself with it. You press the button, the whole goddamn knife just comes flying out at you.
That's not really a switchblade, but that's kind of weird that the knife
scary.
retracts.
Here, Howard, take this gift in case you have to open a box or fillet a marlin.
Well, you have to keep a firm grip on it, but I like the fact, working with tools and stuff like that a lot, I find if I need to cut something or open something up or whatever, I don't have both hands free. So to have something that opens up easier, you're able to flick it or whatever.
Do I look like a guy who needs tools?
That's a real man.
Yeah, that's a man. Yeah, both hands aren't free.
I figured,
Yeah, when I'm working on my bikes, I don't have both hands free.
Well, I figured, it's definitely something that you didn't have, and it doesn't take up too much room, so it wouldn't be, bulky.
Yeah, and it even comes with its own, like if you want to strap the knife to your ankle.
Oh, you got like one of those holsters?
It's a holster, that ain't for opening boxes.
It's for terrorists.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you could take over a plane with this thing.
Right, yeah.
Well, it's,
the terrorist had that.
Right.
Well, it's funny because you think of it that way. I always think of those guys that hawk the knives on the late night shopping channels, and the way they describe it, and the redneck tone. It comes with its own belt, boot, and pocket holster, and, and this one. And they have the collections they call them, like the biggins and that sort of thing.
Well, I don't know. I got this knife now, but I decided I'm going to keep this knife.
Are you going to wear your holster?
I'm going to wear my holster. I'm going to walk around my apartment with it.
So watch it.
You're ready for action.
Hey, nobody better mess with me.
Strapped.
I'm strapped. I have three different. I have my arm, both my legs strapped with different various weapons. Some nunchucks I carry with me.
I say you shiv Regis in the elevator.
Richard Christie bought me a bazooka. He wanted to outdo Dan.
Here, Howard.
Be a spy.
Look what I have for you. This here's a bazooka.
Damn it, Dan got him a knife. He liked it. What can I do?
I got you a flamethrower.
I got to get to know my guys. I mean, these new guys, I got to get to really understand what they're all about.
They're wild.
Knives.
Well, welcome to the wonderful world of giving Howard gifts.
No, I'm into it.
Good. I thought you'd like it. And, I have a huge knife collection just because I like the craftsmanship that goes into the knives.
Really?
And not the cheap
Sure you
knives.
do.
No, seriously. I have some really nice knives, and they all come with, something you can carry it on, but I've never really used one of those holsters. But the one that I gave you, after I got it, I was looking at it, and it was interesting because it can mount at either angle, so depending upon which way you like to, I guess, pull it out and stab somebody.
Yeah, right. Believe me.
It can mount either horizontally or vertically. You can have it on your belt, and you can have it come out this way or that way.
You've raped before, right?
Oh, no, absolutely
never?
not.
Okay.
Yeah, but even the people
It's a trick question, that's all.
who made that knife, nobody's using it for boxes.
Right. Oh, yeah, come on.
But it's definitely a high-quality knife. It's a precision.
What's a thing like that cost? Can I ask you?
Yeah, it's in the range of like $200.
Wow.
And it won't break on you in a fight.
Right.
No, it won't. Hopefully, if anything, it might break off in the person.
Because I like to stick it in a guy's gut and then pull up, make sure he's dead.
If you notice, it's serrated, but only towards the far end of the blade. So I guess if you want to saw somebody, you have to stick the blade in all the way, and then you can saw. And the teeth
that's what I was thinking.
Go into action.
Can it cut through a bra?
Well, there's only one way to find out. Have it with you.
That's why the serrated edge.
But can I actually cut through a bone?
Sure. I think
good.
You could.
Good.
Yeah, nice.
Good.
Nice to know.
When I fillet a human being, I want to know.
You want to render the person
helpless,
and completely helpless.
But it's good for home defense. I mean, a lot of people also, keep a handgun in their house just in case.
I got many guns. I ain't going for a knife. If someone
you want to do hand-to-hand combat with somebody coming into your house?
It depends who it is.
Dude, you got like a militia over there, Howard.
Oh, yeah, I got my weapons.
You're not going to walk around packing all the time, so you figure the knife is in your desk. You might want to just have something in your hand on your way to get your gun, because you never know how quickly it's going to get to you.
Wow.
And, like I said, I have a huge knife collection, and I figured with your guns, you say you do have a few guns, not just the fact that they're functional, but you kind of probably like to look at them and you appreciate the way that they're designed.
I never look at them.
Really?
No.
Yeah, who does he think you are, Jim Bowie?
I'm not nuts like you.
See, I'm into guns like that.
So if I see a taxi driver, you're not like making things to have them slide out of your arm.
The less I have to do with them, the better.
You don't practice in front of the mirror and talk to yourself.
Yeah, he's working on his quick draw.
No, I'm hoping that I never have to look at them.
I've never done a lot with guns. I had full use of a range at one time and all the guns that they had there, and I seldom went down there.
Right.
But I just love knives.
He's more of a knife man.
Right. I'm going to try and get into the whole knife thing.
He's a real man.
You've introduced me to it.
Well,
all right. Well,
hopefully
thank
I can take responsibility for your first stabbing. I'll feel like I was there in spirit.
Thank you, Dan.
Thanks.
Dan, the song parody man. I got some other birthday gifts. I didn't get a lot of birthday gifts. Then I came home and women are so into birthdays,
Oh, God.
Beth was like, it's your birthday, happy birthday. And I go, listen, I'm okay with this. She goes, well, I wanted to make you a dinner. But she goes, so I gave it to her. I said, but gee, I didn't even get a card from you. She goes, no. Saturday, I'm celebrating your birthday. I don't feel that this was, first of all, you got home late.
She wants a full celebration, not any partial celebration.
And she got home from work almost the same, as late as I did.
Yeah.
So, I was thinking, on the way back, that maybe she'd be in lingerie and some heels for my birthday.
Yeah, she'd have wrapped herself up and given you her as a present.
Yeah. So I walk in, she goes, I got to go out. I go, where are you going? You just got home. I got to get Tampax.
Oh, no.
Oh, whatever that is. Kotex, whatever the hell it is.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. I go, what? What are you, crazy?
I'm crazy.
I go, you're kidding me.
All the humanity, all the feeling around it.
I go, what? Man. I couldn't believe it. I was so upset. But I was really tired anyway, so I just had to go to sleep. I wanted to watch some TV. I didn't even do that. I made some phone calls. I'm going through the emails. Vinny wants to defend his grill. Hey, Vin, no, it's a nice gift. Don't get me wrong.
No, I know.
I got 20 grills already.
But I want to say one thing. First, Debbie fought me on it, but it's called the Griddler, and it's hard to get.
I'm scratching my
It's impossible to get, and it's so freaking good. You're going to love it.
All right, thank you.
And I figured you could use it for the other house.
That's nice. Thank you.
Hello, okay, Debbie.
12 girls out there.
What was Debbie's idea for a gift?
Oh, God. Hey, Debbie, what was your big idea? She wanted to, well, actually, you know what? I'm going to do it. I don't want to tell you because it is a better idea, and I'm going to do that for next year.
Thank you.
All right?
All right.
You got to wait.
Thank you.
I love you,
Good man.
It's a good man. I don't want to get into,
You got to wait a year for that really good gift.
She said, I have a weird thing. When I talk about, gee, I'm enjoying the George Foreman grill, someone goes up and buys me another grill.
No, but Howard, you didn't say that. You said you didn't like the Foreman grill.
No, I didn't like the rotisserie.
The grill is good.
This is better than, the Griddler is better than the Foreman grill, trust me.
Griddler.
The Griddler.
Griddler.
Howard, there was one in Manhattan.
So what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to throw out my George Foreman grill? I just bought it.
Use it for the other house. You got another house.
He's got a huge grill out there.
Yeah, I don't need...
Use it for Artie in the studio.
Yeah, I'll take it. Put it back here.
I think the Griddler has single-handedly built Vinny's body. That round look of his.
Yeah. You know, it makes it pretty cool. It's got a little cookbook that comes with it, which is kind of neat.
All right, well, thank you, Vin.
The Griddler is a villain.
And by the way, absolutely unnecessary.
On Batman.
Of course, but you know what? You want to, I wanted to do something. We wanted to do something, and
thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, man.
All right, man.
Thanks.
Bye.
See, I'm putting together something Saturday for you that's completely practical and simple. And I'm
Really? What is it?
No, it's nothing.
Because I'll steal it.
No, it's nothing like extravagant at all.
I don't want anything.
But it's very simple.
Robin got me the best gift for Christmas.
Robin, I can attest that he loves that thing.
Oh, yeah?
I was over his place New Year's Eve, and my God, it's prominently displayed.
Oh, that makes me feel good.
That was a winner.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's cool looking.
I wrote her a note.
Yeah.
I said, I'm opening up things I don't even have to open up.
Right. It really
Well,
is
I hope
cool.
it doesn't get replaced by the knife now.
No. I tried that last night. I almost cut myself.
Yeah, you'll probably mutilate yourself with that knife.
For those of you who don't know, Robin gave me a nude statue of herself that also opens...
It's right by the front door.
Opens things. No, she gave me a letter opener, but it's a real nice one. And I use it, and it's good.
Well, I'm glad.
Some nice letter openers don't actually open letters. They're not good. I bought one. I bought an antique wood letter opener about 2 years ago. Can't use it. Doesn't open the letters.
Oh, my.
Why? Because it might break, too.
No,
right?
not that it breaks. It gets caught on the letters and it can't...
It was meant for other kinds of things. That was probably back in the days when people used seals and not glue to close letters.
I don't know what it is, but they should be selling it to me.
I got a lame letter opener that's so old. I opened up a residual check the other day, and the thing broke through the check.
Oh, no.
No, this is a good... You got to get the Excalibur.
Yeah, no, that thing looks amazing.
I don't know if he's going to spring for it.
It's good.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just open the letters with my finger.
It's the best thing ever, man.
No, it really looks cool, especially where you have it. It looks really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
It's the only thing on my desk.
Well, that's what I thought it would look good there.
Yeah, it looks real good.
I had a picture in my mind.
It's real cool. Big piece of crystal. Comes right out this friggin' letter opener. But hey, who the hell, I don't look, some guy wrote me an email, said, you're so ungrateful. He goes, you keep saying you don't want any gifts. I go, why is it ungrateful?
You're trying to save people money.
Yeah, I'm trying to say you don't need to do that for me. I'm fine. But I got to admit, I think my birthday was a little bit of a letdown. Not a letdown because I don't care, but I was like,
But you do care, though.
But Mike, this is
care.
my question.
No.
Because you spend all this time talking about how horrible it is to have birthdays anymore.
It's horrible.
And that you hate it. You don't even want to mark the fact that you turned this age.
Right.
And then when people try to quietly celebrate it, you go,
No, I'm actually,
great.
Seriously, you brought me back to my senses. I am so happy. And believe me, having dinner with my kids was all I wanted.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
That was good for me. I like that.
Going to a deli, I love it.
Hey, Chris. What's up?
Hey, Howard. I just want to let you know that if your buddy that bought you that knife, if you push a button and it comes out the side or the front automatically, don't carry it anywhere out of your apartment because it's actually a federal offense in this country.
Yeah, by the way, I ain't carrying this thing anyway. I'm not even sure I'm going to keep it in my apartment. It scares me.
Yeah, it's a stupid, antiquated law, but they passed it back in the 50s. The only places where switchblades are legal is California, and that's if the blade is less than 2 inches long.
I'm thinking of moving to California just for that reason.
Just so you can have your
Yeah, just for that reason.
Just so I can walk around with it strapped to my leg.
Yeah, that's just a cool look.
Or you can legally own it in this country if you're a cop, in the military, like an ambulance driver.
Or a number one morning radio show host.
Yeah.
Or number one morning radio show.
That's right. Thank you.
Yeah.
There's the radio
thanks.
show host.
Happy belated birthday, brother.
Thank you, brother. Wow.
Yeah, a knife that pops out at you.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, something told me it wasn't legal.
Hey, Johnny Mo.
Yo, good morning, Howard. Johnny Mo, big fan.
Thanks.
Yo, listen, I asked this question a few years back. How many drawers does Bethel have in your dresser at this point?
0.
Oh, wow. That's cool. That's good.
Where does she keep her clothes?
On the other side of the apartment. Not in my
Yeah,
dresser.
the answer is she has her own dresser.
Well, it's not literal. It's figurative, not literal. I mean,
Right.
gosh.
You mean...
Semantics.
Wait a minute. If it's not in his bedroom, you think it's okay?
No.
He's saying I'm being too literal. He goes, well, how many?
Oh.
No, she has quite a few.
All right, and yeah. I mean, it's progressing is my point.
I always try to make it so she's always naked so that she wouldn't need any clothes, but she doesn't want to do that. Yes, it has progressed. That's true.
That's cool. I got another question. Do you have Whoopi when it's her time, or?
Sorry again?
Do you have whoopee when it's her time of the month?
Do I have whoopee when it's her time of the month? Not on the first day of heavy flow. We usually wait like a day in or two. Like listen, I'm one of these guys. I'm so horny. And she's hot to me, man. Even after 4.5 years, she's hot. Totally hot for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, she turns me on. A time of the month ain't going to slow me down. A lot of broads think that guys are turned off by that. Like, I won't do everything.
Don't say all guys. I mean, some guys have a thing about, that.
Yeah, I mean, if I was doing Star Jones, that might be a turn. I would need everything perfect in order to, you know what I'm saying? But I say to her, let's go.
I guess with someone as Beth, it slows you down a bit, like a condom. Same thing.
Yeah, it doesn't even bother me. It's like, and I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'll go right now if she gives me the okay.
Did you ever discover that it was that time of the month during the act?
Yeah, yes.
That's happened to me. It looks like a murder.
I know. And I don't even care. I'm like, you know what? Great. I'd rather have sex.
It's nature.
I might stop for a second and go, maybe I shouldn't. Screw that. Let's go.
Go, girl.
We're here already.
Yeah, you go, girl.
See, but it happens.
Hey, dude, I got another question real quick. When you come home so tired, do you need her in the bed with you to go to sleep? I mean, it's like a mental thing.
Well, I like a woman in bed with me when I sleep. I am not one of these guys that... It depends. When I'm real tired, though, I don't care who's in the bed. I got to go to sleep.
Go right out.
And I'll tell you, it's got to be the right person, too, because it can get annoying otherwise. Some people, you're glad they leave the bed.
I roll around a lot, and if someone seems annoyed by it, it makes me not sleep.
See, that's the other home run. Beth, I don't know. Sometimes I think she's dead. I used to, when we first started going out, I would be like, checking to see if she was breathing.
Really?
So I thought maybe I rolled over on her in my sleep.
Killed her?
Yeah, she doesn't make any noise or anything. I was like, I could sleep with this girl. Because,
really?
Yeah, I swear to God, she doesn't make a noise.
Hey, listen.
She goes, you fart in your sleep, you're screaming, you're yelling. I go, well, how the hell do you sleep with me? I scream and yell in my sleep.
Oh, my God.
Were you ever with a chick who snored really loud? It's weird. Like,
I've experienced that.
Like a hot chick who snores loud. It's like they're hot, but they sound like Fred Flintstone.
Right, well, thank God, because I'll tell you, she's doing no wrong.
Well, you know what? Speaking of snoring really loud, that China snore was quite something.
You saw that on Surreal Life.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, it sort of does.
Yeah, but I'm one of those guys, like, if I'm going out with a chick and I'm really into her, and, like, she's away for a couple of days doing something fun. Like, one time, Beth went to L.A. She got a job doing one of these TV shows, a sitcom. And I'd be going to sleep, and she'd call me before, and I go, hey, or I have to call her. I have to track her down. I go, hey, what's happening? She'd go, oh, we're on the set, and, I got to kiss this guy. And I went, and she goes, oh, we're out in L.A. Oh, we're going to go all out to dinner. I'll see you later. Bye. She hung up, and I went, Jesus Christ.
Leave you hanging.
Leave me hanging. I couldn't sleep. I had to take 2 sleeping pills. I was like, God damn, dinners and kissing guys.
Wait a minute. You had to take sleeping pills?
Yeah, well, if I get charged up before bed, forget about it. I was like, uh-oh.
There's no one hitting on her either out there.
Yeah, right.
Well, hey, listen, Howard, dude, thanks for being so candid. We love to hear it, man. I got to go.
Thank you, my man.
Later.
Yeah, I could get attached. And then I'm laying in bed going, Jesus Christ, now I got to pleasure myself. And I pleasure myself, and I still can't sleep. And I go, well, that was a waste of time.
Why did I do that?
Why did I do that? I humiliated myself.
Oh, man.
You see, that happened to me, going back to the other thing, where we discovered it was that time of the month during the act at a hotel. So it was a real problem.
Yeah,
it was like covering it up.
Yeah, you're planning of it. You're right.
We had to get rid of it. We had to get rid of everything.
Right.
Yeah, where'd you put them?
Well, we threw out a bunch of stuff. I mean, it's like, what are you going to do?
That rarely slows me down. I go, let's get a towel, lay it down on the sheets, and let's go.
No, he's just saying they didn't know.
Understood.
Right.
I'm just saying that doesn't slow me down. If even a woman says to me, she's the right chick, man, you just go for it.
If you're horny enough and you're a guy.
Does Mr. X do you when you're having a good time?
It has happened, yeah.
It has. See, he loves you. He's into you. He's doing that. Let me tell you, it's a little wild for a dude.
It's freaky. It is.
I mean, we've, actually had the same thing as Artie, where you don't know. And
oh, I'll tell you one story. There was somebody I was seeing before, after my marriage and before Beth.
Yeah.
And I dug this chick, and I'm doing my thing to her. You know what I'm saying? And all I know is I had a beard and a mustache. And we didn't know. Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
And I'll tell you the truth.
That didn't bother you either?
Nope.
Wow.
I mean,
You're good.
It was a little freaky.
Oh,
she was like, hey, I'm sorry. And I went, well, you know what? It happened. And it was dark. And I didn't know.
I didn't know you had done that. You could get a badge in the Hells Angels.
I could. I could get my Red Wings. Except for the fact that I can't beat up anyone.
That's right. You can't get into the Hells Angels. But you could qualify for that badge.
I'm sure they'd throw me right out.
I wish I could name names with this story, but there's no way I could. But a pretty big movie star told me a story once where he was with a model, totally well-known, famous model, and this was in, like, the early 80s, and they were doing coke. And then they had sex.
You can't tell us this guy's name?
No. Why not? And then, but the same thing you just said sort of happened, but he thought it was from the coke.
Oh.
So,
that's funny.
Yeah, like he was freaking out because he went to the emergency room.
And there was nothing wrong.
And he had to tell the people at the emergency room that he was doing coke all night. And the guy said, "You're perfectly fine."
You were with a woman.
Yeah.
Right?
It's not yours.
Yeah, that's funny. You have to tell me off the air.
I'll tell you off the air.
Oh, that's all right.
You'll know the model and the guy, right?
That's great. That's a great story. All right, hey, I got to take a break. We got a ton of stuff to talk about and do. And former Playboy Playmate Julie McCullough's coming in. And this chick who's in the movie Elektra, you know, the one who... you didn't see the movie, but...
No.
This chick's way hot. She's just a hot chick.
What's her name?
Who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Natasha Malfi.
Oh, I don't know her.
That sounds hot. You got to be hot with that name.
Yeah, no, she's way hot. And, you know, Tom said, hey, you going to have her in because the movie company spend the money? And I said, yeah, that chick I'll have in. Hell yeah. I want to find out what her story is.
If you have that name, you got to be a hot chick. It just fits it. Like Dante Culpepper. He had to be a quarterback.
We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
Here's Gary Garver and Don Cornelius.
Mr. Cornelius, can I ask you a couple questions, please?
Really, no. Thanks.
You feel any safer with Bush in office?
Huh?
You feel any safer with Bush in office?
I don't talk about politics, okay? All right.
What illegal drug was your favorite?
What?
What illegal drug was your favorite?
You. That's the question. Now get this mic out of my face, okay? You're a clown, okay? And I'm not in the mood to laugh, all right?
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. WBCN.
Thank you. Thank you.
Making all your dreams come true.
I will never, ever forget you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I am so tired. This is all I wanted my whole life. That's it.
The Howard Stern Show.
Hey now. F you. Hey now. Former Playboy Playmate Julie McCullough's coming in today. She's got a good story. And Natasha Malfi of the film Elektra. She's just a really hot chick. And she's a little bit wild. You know what I mean? My birthday was mentioned on a couple... I got a bunch of tapes to play for you right now. I'm going to get to them right now. Here's a bunch of funny things. First of all, for my birthday, I got an email from Jimmy Kimmel. I spoke to Jimmy yesterday, actually.
How's Jimmy doing?
Jimmy's doing well.
Is he getting married?
No, he's still married.
Oh, I heard that Sarah Silverman said she might pop the question to him. She wants to marry him so bad.
Well, she might have to pop the question to his wife.
Jimmy can't get married because he's married.
Yeah. I even said to Jimmy, don't you want to play the field a little bit? He goes, that's not my thing, man. He goes, forget about it. He goes, it's a mess when I do that.
You shouldn't even talk.
Yeah. All right, but I had a little play
Your field was like a little patch of grass.
I think Jimmy overlapped on that Sarah Silverman thing.
Uh-oh, don't say that.
Well, it looked that way to me.
That's trouble.
I figure by the time Jimmy's divorced from his wife, he'll be done with Sarah.
He can move on to the next girl.
Yeah, I was talking to Jimmy. Yeah, he's a funny guy. I was talking to him for a while. He sent me a note, too. He goes, hey, Tom gave me a cake at the end of the show yesterday. It was very nice. Gave me a Fudgy the Whale from Carvel. It was really, actually, it smelled really good.
I had a piece. It was awesome.
He goes, Jimmy writes, did Tom Chiasano cut the cake into as many pieces as he cuts the show? I thought that was pretty good.
That's a good line.
Yeah, that's a good one. So I like that. Jimmy Kimmel checking in with a little humor. Yeah, Jimmy gets me riled up, though. Like he tries to get me crazy. He doesn't mean it.
What does he say?
He's like, the station you're on in L.A. here in the afternoon, or at night, they're auditioning people. Like they've got Norm Macdonald and Sam Simon, and the other day they had they did Chris Rock. The other day they're trying to get Chris Rock, and he starts and he goes, I know what they're doing. They're trying to audition people out there to take over your morning show, and they're even trying to get he starts naming all these whacked out people. Norm Macdonald and Sam Simon. Yeah, but all kinds of different people, and he goes, they're auditioning people to see who could take over your morning show. And I'm sitting there listening. I go, Jimmy, I know you're not going to believe this. I don't even care who takes over the morning show in a year.
Yeah, somebody's got to do it.
I said, I'm so revved up about what I got, what I'm going to be doing, and where I'm going. I'm such a believer.
Of course the station should be trying to figure out what they're going to do.
Of course. I said they're probably trying to get a marquee name, a big name, so that they can get some, energy going and saying, hey, well, I don't see Chris Rock doing it, but hey, maybe. I
can't even imagine him auditioning.
I can't imagine Chris Rock getting up this time in the morning.
But why would he audition? He's Chris Rock.
They're probably not telling these guys it's an audition. They're probably like, hey.
This is, by the way, it isn't necessarily an audition. It's Jimmy,
Jimmy saying.
I said, Jimmy, no offense, you should worry about who ABC is auditioning.
In fact, Jimmy, maybe you want to try out for this.
Yeah, but Jimmy's a great guy. I do love him.
Yeah, he's good.
Jimmy sent me an email last week also telling some funny stories because, Jimmy used to work for Fareed.
Oh,
so he was saying, when I hear you talking about Fareed, I laugh. Jimmy said he had to buy a couch for the green room once, and it took a year and $550, and he could never get the couch, and just that Fareed was sort of cheap. And
wow, yeah. The guy who fired us in 3 markets.
No, 4?
4, right. Yeah, and doesn't want to pay me.
Well, if he was cheap before he fired us, what is he going to be now?
Well, hey. He's going through some divorce now. I mean, I want to watch them. I want to watch him kicking and screaming, give away half his money.
You think Sherpas get prenup?
My money! What are you doing? You can't have what I make. This is crazy. Don't do it. I wish I could fire you like Howard Stern. Stay off my side of the mountain. Half Fareed. No, not half. This can be
property.
Community property. You won't get 1 rupee. You will not get a rupee. You will never, ever. I think Dominic is representing Fareed's wife.
Well, Dominic's got his own problems.
Yeah.
Howard?
Yeah.
I actually heard it's worse than that. I actually heard Dominic's part of a larger team.
Uh-oh.
Oh, really?
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, I heard it's a team.
A team? You're gonna have a team of me. I do not stand for team. There's not such thing a team.
I am Sherpa. Only mules come in team.
I will not, I will not put up with it. I am the head of Citadel Broadcasting.
You owe me half, Fareed.
You can have half my camel.
You owe me half.
I will disappear in Tibet before I give you half.
And I want child support.
Oh, yeah.
And I want the house.
I hope she cleans them out. I really do.
You will be in a little bachelor pad with a hot plate.
See the blood come running out. I'm going to kill myself.
I'm living in a cave.
I was one of the originals. I got that stock from Mel. She wants half.
Half? Anyway. I'm the cheapest man in all the world. How can you do this? I save everything. Hey, divorce is rough. I know.
It is.
Giving up half, man. Oof. Tough one. That's a tough bullet to bite.
I can't imagine it.
I couldn't either.
Well, you can now.
Yeah, still can't.
Must not be that bad. It seems like everyone's getting one.
Yeah, it's a panic.
Yeah, well, anyway, where was I? I wanted to play a bunch of tapes.
Oh, that's right. Your birthday mention.
All right, real quick here. Here we go. A lot of tape to get to. This is Squawk Box from CNBC.
We want to give a shout-out to future Sirius satellite radio star Howard Stern. Howard turns 51 today.
Where do you think it is?
Yeah, obviously, I can't be too graphic. Howard, we know, watches CNBC.
Are you
Explain where it is without getting graphic.
How we know this, I don't know. It seems to me...
Howard?
Oh, does he?
What?
There's two things playing at once.
No, they're playing the...
Oh, they're talking over the show?
Yeah, it's weird.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I don't
get time.
For some reason okay. Well, anyway, Howard's out there, so happy birthday, Howard. And even though we're sure Howard will be blowing the froth off a couple today, it seems that beer has an image crisis.
Huh.
Yeah, I know, it's weird to hear, but that's CNBC.
Interesting segue, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
I don't drink beer.
Yeah, you'll be blowing the froth off a couple.
I only wish I were doing that. I only wish I was doing that. Entertainment Tonight.
Today's DT birthdays are brought to you by Crest. Howard Stern is 51.
Oh.
They got to shout that out.
Yeah, they don't have to do that. You know, I don't think they announce everyone's age. Sometimes, like with women, they just go, Joan Collins' birthday is today.
No, they tell everybody.
Do they?
They give everybody that treat.
Shut up! I'm like, hey.
Shut up! Howard Stern joins ARP.
Yeah. Howard Stern's ancient.
Shut up!
Let's see. CNBC Morning Call.
Okay, now everyone sing together. Happy birthday, Howard Stern. Yep, radio self-styled king of all media is 51 today.
Oh!
Really, he's 51. It must be all that healthy living. Stern will be moving himself and his often off-color radio show to Sirius satellite radio just before he turns 52 in 2006. And there he can look forward to freedom from the FCC's indecency fines, and he's talking about it all the time on his show.
See, now, I'm not talking about it all the time on my show. This is what
Fareed said.
This is what Fareed said. He talk about it all the time. No, not the BAM, no. And it's like, I'm not talking about it all the time. But people, that's how the news goes. And speaking of the news, I was going to talk about this later, but I want to say something here. CBS News fired 4 people because of erroneous reporting about President Bush's, whether or not he
National Guard
record. We all know, that President Bush, whether you love him or hate him, there's something fishy going on during his time in the National Guard. And granted, mistakes were made. But I really do think, and I'm sorry, to disagree with Les Moonves, who is the president of this company. I don't even know what his title is, CEO or something.
Czar.
Czar of, he shares co-running this company with Tom Freston.
He's Czar Moonves.
But Les Moonves, fired 4 people over this mistake. And I think it was a real betrayal to those people in this company. I think they made a mistake. I think they're probably good reporters. I think they thought they had something. I think they were duped.
I think they were set up, yeah.
I do. And I think that firing them, it wasn't like they intentionally did something. If they had said, hey, let's slip something into the news that we know isn't true, out the door. If they had a history, these reporters, of doing things in a sloppy manner, fine. But as far as I know, and I could be wrong, I think that these 4 reporters were actually pretty good people and probably will be grabbed up by other news organizations.
As Dan Rather said, he trusted them.
Right. So, okay.
And so everybody else at CBS trusted them, too.
They screwed up. They thought they had the story. They didn't have the story. And I don't know how, I don't even know how off the story really is.
Well, yeah, everybody keeps saying, well, probably the story's true. They just didn't have the right documentation.
Right, exactly. I mean, everyone knows Bush had we know how he got into the National Guard. You couldn't get in unless you were a guy of privilege. And we know that a lot of times no one was really clear on where he was during his National Guard service.
And by his own admission, he wasn't the greatest, he didn't have the greatest work ethic for most of his first 40 years.
I feel that CBS, and I don't think Mel would have done this, I think CBS bowed to the religious right in Fox Broadcasting. Fox kept pounding away at this story, pounding away at this story. The religious right wouldn't let up. And again, just like with the FCC, they bow to this pressure, and it's going to come back to bite them in the ass. They should have stood by their people. They should have been loyal.
But this is also, I was thinking about this the other day, and we're certainly in the same position.
Yep.
Corporations always sacrifice
the worker.
People.
Yeah.
They get all the money. These people don't make tons of money.
No. So here's my point. And I'm not going to bash Les because, Les and I have had some words recently where we got on track with each other. And
over Julie Chen.
Over Julie Chen. Somehow we bonded over his girlfriend, or now wife.
It's a good way to bond.
I saw her shopping with him, and I said, man, this guy can't be a bad guy. He's doing something right.
I tip my hat to him.
I tip my hat to him because, man, that chick's got a body that doesn't quit. I got to tell you. But this really kind of threw me when I saw it. And what this does is, in terms of management of a company, and I'm a big student of this, especially when it comes to broadcasting, it makes the company smaller. It doesn't expand the company.
It decreases the power.
Now, Les is trying to get the job from Tom Freston, and Tom Freston's trying to get the job from Les.
Mm-hmm.
We got a weird situation. You got two guys at the top of this company trying to take over when Sumner Redstone dies. That's what this is about. Don't kid yourself. The guy's in his 80s, and someone's got to be his successor. In fact, I predict that the stock for Viacom will go up as soon as a successor is named, because the stock market doesn't like all of this sort of not preparedness. We're not prepared for the future. Who's going to run the company? Who's the guy in charge?
This uncertainty.
There's uncertainty. Thank you. Think of the word. Preparedness. So,
is that a word?
I don't know. Unpreparedness can't be a word. It doesn't sound right to me. That's no word I ever heard. But also, what happened here, it makes reporters scared to tackle controversial issues. Yes, every reporter has to check and double check and triple check. But mistakes are made, and how you react to those mistakes is interesting. I would not have bowed to Fox News and the religious right if I was CBS News. Never would have done it.
Well, now, we were talking about something here yesterday, and the subject of suspension was brought up, as opposed to firing. So, there were many ways they could have dealt with it.
This was an outrage. This was bowing to pressure, and they shouldn't have done it.
And ruining people's lives.
Yep.
I mean, at this point, those people, I'm sure, are pretty much devastated.
Yep. Now, so you got two guys at the top, Les and Tom Freston. They're trying to take over Viacom. They want to run it. And Les is good. He's a good programmer. I ain't going to bash Les. But Tom had to move this week anyway, man. He went out and hired Brad Gray as the head of Paramount Pictures. Baby with a hot young chick. And by the way, he played it all wrong, man. Young, wet bitches. Hey, it's the truth. You're having a baby, so let him write about it. Who cares?
I don't know why he's getting all upset. He didn't write anything that wasn't true.
All they need is a masculine name.
But
for that makeup.
A woman is proposing Marry Your Baby Daddy Day because the incidence of out-of-wedlock children in the black community has gotten so out of hand. And it's created such instability that some people believe that the black family is in crisis. So they are urging people, I guess there's going to be a particular day, they'll urge you to grab your baby daddy and go marry him.
Baby daddy.
That's bad news for baby daddies.
Yeah, they're going to have to hide on that day.
They should call it sports creme. Not even sports cream. Sports creme.
Creme will get men to put on makeup?
Jail goo.
Jail goo's not good.
Also in the news, I was telling you yesterday that Kid Rock was supposed to perform at the inaugural ball headed by George Bush's daughters, but now they say he will not be there, and they're claiming that he was never invited.
Who's that?
Kid Rock.
Oh, Kid Rock.
Yeah, they're disavowing any knowledge that Kid Rock was ever supposed to perform, because once it was released to the papers, there was a lot of objection by the religious groups who helped to propel George Bush back into the White House. But there will be a lot of stars. They say they are giving us an eclectic mix of soul, rock, and Latin music, as well as a few sports celebs like NASCAR driver Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Oh, wow.
He'll be there.
That'll be fun.
So there you go. You won't have Kid Rock, who broke up with Pamela Anderson and dates porn stars, but you will have Dale Earnhardt Jr. They even brought the Temptations back, and they're putting them in the inaugural celebration.
The original Temptations?
No, all of those people are dead.
Exactly.
But they got some guys they're calling the Temptations, and they will be there.
How about Pimp Powder?
Pimp Powder.
That's pretty good.
Now you're getting somewhere. We have new information on the woman who...
About Grecian Formula 69.
The woman who stole a woman's baby, killing her and ripping the baby from her womb.
Is she going to be at the inauguration?
No, she's not performing.
I'd watch her.
Lisa Montgomery is the woman in question. She's a 36-year-old woman from Kansas. She could face the death penalty or life in prison under a charge of kidnapping resulting in death. She, according to police, they now say that she strangled the woman before taking a regular kitchen knife to her stomach to perform the sickening operation.
How could they be debating whether to give her the death penalty? They got to give her the death penalty. She killed...
Yeah, there should be no other...
Yeah, I mean, come on. If you got a death penalty, you got to give it to her, right? That's a heinous crime.
I'm sure they're going to say she's crazy.
Yeah, you know what? So am I.
Why have it if you're not going to give it to her?
Her mother even says, I didn't have any sense that she could murder someone. I thought she'd just maybe steal or buy a baby.
Yeah. Why react to that?
But not kill to get one.
So you say the Temptations will be there, huh?
Sounds like a fun
Boy, I got to get there. I think at this point, one of the Temptations is Double A. How you doing? What's doing?
You mentioned this earlier today.
My
it was
girl.
all over the newspapers. Prince Harry, the son of Princess Diana and Prince Charles, went to a costume ball dressed as a Nazi.
What a dummy. All he's got to do is keep his mouth shut and collect tons of money.
Good move. Good move. Jesus.
Prince Harry.
He's been in a lot of trouble. He's had some run-ins because of his drinking. He's always carousing and partying, and they try to keep him under wraps, but whenever he gets out, he does cause a problem. Rabbi Marvin Heyer, who is the dean and founder of the Simon Wiesenthal Center.
Oh, wonder what he's got to say.
He said what Prince Harry did by wearing the Nazi uniform was a disgrace to a lot of people. E1.
A member of the royal family donning a swastika not only is a disgrace to England for all those who gave their lives to defeat Nazism, but for the victims of the concentration camps.
He also says that just an apology is worthless. Here he explains what a true apology would be. E3.
Yeah, we should strip him naked and, I don't know. Let's start with that.
It's a good start.
I think he should join the British delegation that is going to the 60th anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz. He should be part of that delegation and should stand in silence. And that would transmit to the entire world that he gets it.
Well, there's a thought.
All right, that's a good start.
Yeah.
Eventually, we'd have him in the tickle chair.
Naked,
and then into the robo-spanker.
We'd have
the kid's an idiot.
Gay Ramon come in and discipline him.
Don't be too offended by him. He's a moron.
Well,
I mean, the kid's just a big,
He knows he doesn't ever have to do anything in life to get anywhere. He's already there.
Lady Di didn't have a lot of brain power. Neither does this kid.
Seems he inherited all of hers.
Yeah. I mean, all he's got to do is sit there and be Prince of England to do nothing and get all that money. That's the problem when you got everything in life. You don't know how good you got it.
I just read that Prince Charles gave Camilla Parker Bowles $20 million.
Wow.
Just so she'll never have to want for anything because he knows they'll never take care of her in the royal family if something should happen to him.
Wow.
So he just gave her that money. And they said that comes out of some estate he owns. He owns several. That makes, like $600 million a year.
Oh. For doing nothing.
Yeah, I mean, just incredibly rich, and he's not even the king. So all you have to do is sit there.
Ah, man, these kids. Someone said to me, all you got to do You shut up. And you'll get laid, you get to eat, and you get to have all the money in the world. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll go put on a swastika.
Right.
I'll go out in public.
Yeah. At a party with 250 people in a swastika.
I'll go as Rex Marshal Gehring.
Anything else in the news, Robin?
Yeah, the California mudslides. Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger viewed the devastation in La Conchita yesterday. And he says he'll do everything he can to make the town safe again. D1.
I would say that I'm going to help them so they can come back.
I'm going to kick the mud's ass.
Back here. And that we do everything we can to make it a safe area. And because I totally understand, there's no one that wants to be chased out of their neighborhood and out of their town and out of the village. That's a good one.
The village.
Well, maybe they should leave.
Here's what he would say to the people who still want to live there.
I totally understand. There's no one that wants to be chased out of their neighborhood and out of their town and out of the village. I totally understand that. So we just have to figure out a way of how to protect them also at the same time, and they can stay here.
So he says, put your houses right back here.
Wow. I don't know about that, man. After my family would be in a mudslide, I don't know that I'd want to be around that.
Here's a female, a woman who lives out in California. This woman says a retention wall was built after the 1995 mudslides, but she said it was never reinforced. So already they're blaming somebody. D3.
We asked to have the hill terraced. We were told it was too expensive. It couldn't be done. How much money have they spent on the rescue now of dead bodies when that could have all been prevented?
So they're making a case.
All right.
Meanwhile, everybody says, hey, it's going to be 60 degrees today here in New York. They've got 6 days of rain in California. There's flooding in Ohio.
Global warming.
What is going on with this extreme weather? Well, here's Patrick Michaels, a climatologist from the state of Virginia. He says weather patterns haven't changed, and there's not more of it.
Weather is entertainment, and there's an awful lot of it. You know, the United States, for a developed country, probably has the most violent weather of any nation in the world.
Well, how the hell would we, just because we're developed, what do you mean we have the most violent weather? What is he talking about?
We just have mercurial weather. It's all over the place.
How can we control that?
Weather patterns haven't changed, so don't sit there thinking it's global warming or some strange thing is going on. A lot of weather conspiracists are out there saying now that the government is behind all this.
What's up, Terry?
Hey, now.
Hey, now.
Happy day after your birthday.
Thank you, bro.
Listen, don't be too surprised that this guy was wearing Nazi outfits. If you remember during the war, half his family was all Nazi sympathizers.
That's absolutely true, and that's what's so dumb with this. They're trying to put that behind them. During World War II, you had a lot of royalty that were Nazi sympathizers.
They are German.
Yeah, they're German.
Yeah, that's right. They originally come from Germany, that family.
Yeah, I don't understand how they're the prince and all that if they're German.
There was one royal family that was responsible for the heads of about 7 European countries, including Russia. That same family.
Hey, big guy, any gifts floating around for someone out of work since 9/11?
All right, 500 cash.
Holy Christ, thank you, Howard.
Courtesy of the new movie Elektra, starring Jennifer Garner as the hottest comic book hero ever in theaters ever.
Oh, my God, I can't believe it, man. Thank you so much, man.
Opens tomorrow. Hold on.
Holy Christ, thank you.
All right. Guy's out of work.
Very surprised.
Yeah. But the British royal family actually changed its name to the House of Windsor in World War I because they got...
Whoa! How would they let the Germans get in there?
I don't know how they actually did it, but that German family was running several different countries all at the same time. They were the royalty of everything.
Boy, I wish my family had done something good.
Michael Jackson, his accuser, we're finding out more and more of what the boy has been telling prosecutors about Michael Jackson's dalliances with him, if you will.
Dalliances.
He described the alleged sexual encounters in graphic detail, including how Jackson would squinch his eyes as he groped the boy.
Oh, my eyes are closed.
This will all be revealed on Primetime Live's show coming up, I guess, tonight.
Wow.
They say that, he told the boy, Michael told the boy that masturbation was, you know, something he needed to learn to do, and Michael wanted to teach him. And so then he started to perform on him, and he said, and the boy looked at him, and he had his eyes squinched really tight while he was doing it.
Doing it to himself or to the little boy?
He was doing it to the boy, and the boy thought he also had another hand. You know, he's got two hands.
Yeah, and doing something else with himself.
Right. He also says...
I got to hand to the guy. It's wrong, but he's ambidextrous. I couldn't do that.
Right.
Use my own hand and my hand on someone else?
You couldn't do that?
Nope.
The boy told grand jurors that Jackson encouraged him to drink alcohol, even though he told Jackson, because he had lost one kidney to cancer, that it wouldn't be good for him to drink. Jackson wanted him to drink anyway.
Drink anyway. You need to loosen up.
And they also say that Michael danced around in the nude, fully aroused.
Oh, man. That's kind of weird. Like you go, wow, there's like one of the best dancers in the world, Michael Jackson, dancing nude. It's crazy.
He's doing the nude walk.
Well, his younger brother was watching a horror film at the ranch, according to the transcripts.
Fred can testify. I could use my left foot on you, my right hand on myself.
Michael said all of this was natural. It was just normal.
This is normal. Hi, Mommy. This is natural.
Yeah. What's abnormal about that?
It's natural.
Please spit in my face. As I told you the other day, E! and Sky Television of Britain will be reenacting every evening the transcripts of this trial when it starts later this month.
All right.
Samuel L. Jackson has a new movie called Coach Carter coming out. Here he explains why he wanted to be in the film.
I believe in education, and it's not often that I do something that has social significance, and I think this is an interesting message.
All right, who cares?
All right, so it's getting rave reviews, and Samuel is a...
There's a guy who could probably promote men's makeup, and guys would follow.
Yeah?
Sure, he's a man's man. Mm-hmm. And also, I wear eyeshadow. You what?
You should just throw that in.
Sausage.
And, of course, Melissa Rivers and Joan are coming back for the Golden Globes. They've finally gotten it together. They're on the TV Guide channel, and they'll be on the red carpet.
I got to admit,
stars.
I'm going to watch Joan and Melissa, even though I'm an E guy. I mean, I work for E, but Star Jones, man, she just stands there, kisses ass.
She's brutal.
She's hard to watch. I don't know what it is. I mean, I kind of like Joan doing it.
Joan started it. Joan made it what it is. And she seems to have a verve and a passion for it. Melissa is out, I guess, talking about it, doing the publicity, and she was asked why she and her mother moved from E to the TV Guide channel, B1.
And Melissa's a train wreck. I love watching her. I love just
drama.
Every time she comes on, I go, she wouldn't have a job if her mother wasn't Joan Rivers. Every time. Like, you think, like, first of all, no one can hear me.
Yeah, you'd finally calm down.
Yeah, I'm sitting there watching Joan, and then they go to Melissa, and she goes, okay, Mom. And I go, God damn it. God damn it.
She makes you cringe.
She makes you crazy. And she's like, oh, like mush mouth. And, oh, look who's here, Mother. It's
Well, Joan looks like her sister at this point. She's had so much plastic surgery.
But Joan's earned the right to be on the red carpet. You know, and then I get mad at Melissa. It's a whole thing I go through. Mother, I'm here with a very famous black man. Who is it? Missy.
Missy.
Honestly, everyone's, thinking there's some great story, and the truth is terribly boring, which is our contracts were up, and...
Our contracts. You see, I'm doing it now. This is what I do.
It's already happening.
Our contracts.
We found ourselves in a bidding situation with a couple of networks, and we went with the deal that we thought was best for us.
Yeah, he's real cheap, man. I got a gift for my birthday, though, from Ted Harbert, who's now running that joint. It's a Wine of the Month Club I got.
Oh.
From him, so I don't know what that is. Wine of the Month. I need that like a hole in the head. I got 5 million bottles of wine in my house. I could open up a winery.
Yeah.
All I need is some cheese. I mean, I don't sit home and drink wine.
Well, he must think you do.
He doesn't think about me at all. But I'll tell you what. They should have ponied up something for Joan and hold on to Joan.
She was good at this.
Yeah.
And it gave them an identity. Everybody tuned in for the red carpet stuff on E!
And I yell at my screen. Well, by the way, Ted didn't lose Joan and Melissa.
The previous administration did. Mindy.
I was going to say Cindy. Cindy Margolis used to run E!
Mindy Herman.
Yeah, so let's see what else Melissa has.
Melissa was asked if she really is that close to her mother.
I bet you I can't sit quiet through the whole clip.
Let's hear.
Yes, we're very close.
You're damn right you're close. Your mother's your lifeline.
She hardly gets out a word.
The other night we were with some friends right after New Year's.
You mean your mother's friends?
And they were making toast, and they called me the perfect daughter.
Yeah, because your mother...
Why bring that up?
And I said, oh, God, no. And they're like, no, that's the point. You drive her crazy.
I wouldn't push Joan too far.
I don't think she can do any wrong.
Yeah, she's not going to get rid of Melissa.
Melissa, help me change my expression.
Here, Melissa was asked if there's anyone she's not looking forward to talking to.
Oh, I got to hear.
There's no one I'm really not looking forward to talking to, except for
talking chair.
The people, there's always one or two from maybe one of the newer shows that just sort of hit that it takes themselves very seriously.
Oh, they take themselves very seriously.
There wouldn't be someone in that interview there taking themselves seriously.
And here she says whether a star is willing to talk to her depends very much on where they are in their careers.
It's almost a bell curve where when you first meet them, they're extremely excited to see you and to meet you and be on our red carpet show. Then they get big, and then it's like, oh, I don't do press.
Well, who is this? Who is she referring to? They said to her, is there anyone she won't name names.
She doesn't name names.
Then one or two things happen. They start on the downslide and they're begging to talk to you, or they get relaxed.
A downslide. Listen to her. You get all these people who don't have mothers in the business and they get on a downslide.
Her career has been very even, Howard. She's always been Melissa Rivers.
Enough that they know it's fun.
And what was her apex exactly?
What'd you do before this?
Yeah.
And finally this morning, of course, Barbra Streisand is back with us. You know she hadn't done a movie in 8 years before Meet the Fockers?
Yeah.
Wow.
Had you missed her?
Yeah.
How'd I get through those 8 years?
Here she is on being asked to be in the movie, A5.
Now, here's a woman who takes herself seriously.
I met Jay, and I was crazy.
I met Jay Roach. Jay Roach, right?
Yes.
I don't even know who that is.
He's the director.
Crazy about him, and it's nice to be asked to be in a movie by a director who wants you to be in a part. And he wasn't scared of me at all, which was really nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen some of those pictures of you in the Inquirer. I'd be scared.
See, you're scared. She's not going to work with you.
I'm scared. You're not kidding. It's a water buffalo in the room.
Get out of here. Scared of me, are you?
And then Ben called me from Europe to really want me to play his mom. So I thought, oh, what the hell? It's an adventure.
In the paper today, she says she and James Brolin are very happy and sexually active in their 60s. They're happy to be exploring older sexuality. She's not as upfront as her character, but they spend every Saturday in bed. They never get out of bed.
I'm going to go throw up my prosciutto eggs now.
That's scary.
And that's what's happening.
Thank you, Robin. Kenny, what's on your mind? What do you want to say to us?
I have some amateur psychic abilities. I want to let you know a little bit more about you and Bethel's impending breakup.
Oh.
I didn't know we were breaking up, but go ahead.
It's going to happen in 2006. It's her first movie that she's cast in, and it is co-starring what looks... I'm getting a vague image, and it looks kind of like Jerry O'Connell.
He's going to leave me for Jerry, huh? Could be. You never know. He evidently has quite a hold on women.
There you go.
I am an amateur psychic. May I do a reading for you?
Sure.
You're by your phone at 22:11 New York time. I would guess you're unemployed. Get off my phone, you phony baloney. What's the matter with you?
Get out of here.
Unbelievable. Everybody always worried about me. Oh, man. So many people on the phone I didn't get to. What is it, Bobo?
Oh. Hello.
Yep.
Hey, how you doing? Happy belated birthday, man. I just want to say, at 51, do you feel you're in better shape than Baba Booey and Fred? Because, You work out, you go to the gym and stuff. I never hear those guys work out.
I know Fred. I see Fred run sometimes.
Fred works out.
Does he?
I think I'm in better shape than these guys. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm definitely in better shape than Bobo.
Yeah, that we know. We all know we're in better shape than you.
Hey, I'll challenge you to a push-up contest or chin-ups.
I'll try, challenge you to a hair-off contest.
Oh, you're brutal, man. You're brutal. Hey, listen, that was a nice thing you did with Hook Nose yesterday. All those scumbags out there should know, who hate you should know the good in you, man. It's your birthday and you give to people. That's really nice. I'm happy to be a fan, man.
Thanks, Bobo.
You're welcome.
Later.
Bye-bye.
That's Bobo.
Bobo checking in.
I think I'm looking pretty good. I took my shirt off yesterday looking at myself in the mirror, and I thought it looked okay.
You don't look 51.
No, I look like 50.
Nice look.
49.
49.
I took my shirt off.
Yeah.
I look pretty good. I'm on the verge of looking good.
When do you think you'll get
there? You know what? I just have to say this. This has been... I was stunned when I didn't think much of the crew of The Surreal Life. And when Marcus Schenkenberg showed up, I was like, he's a supermodel? He's ugly. When he took off his shirt.
That's when the fireworks began?
I understood.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Maybe I should take off my shirt and you'd understand. I don't think you'd understand. All right, anyway, we'll see you tomorrow, everybody. One of the members of the Whack Pack.
Big Who fan.
Big Who fan. Big Yes fan.
Big classic rock.
He wants to come in and tell us that he thinks his life is not great.
Oh, you're kidding.
No.
I was under the impression he was living the life of Riley.
Yeah. Riley's another story.
How do we help him with that?
Let's see. What does this note say? Gary has 3 black and white cookies on his desk, and it's not even 6 a.m. yet. Everyone's blowing up around here.
It's Wednesday. It's that day that he goes out and collects.
I didn't take them. I'm not saying I ain't going to eat them, but Ronnie just puts them on my desk.
Oh.
Deoxidant Thursday, I'm proposing.
Antioxidant.
Oh, antioxidant Thursday.
Deoxidant.
Yeah, Cupcake Wednesday's killing a lot of us, Howard.
Today is Cupcake Wednesday. You're right.
Yeah.
And that is where
I got mine.
Who delivers those?
Crumbs.
Crumbs. Is that the one you invented, that cupcake?
No, this is another one. I'm starting to feel there's some hostility towards my cupcake. I think jealousy is rearing its ugly head.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. A lot of people like to pace back there, like, your cupcake sucks. And I'm like, fuck you. Just because he doesn't have a cupcake. But this is the traditional vanilla on white. I mean, look at how amazing
so delicious looking.
It's delicious.
I was alarmed to read in the newspaper today that New York City has a huge rate of diabetes. And they say the reason that there is diabetes is that there's like 34% of New Yorkers live a sedentary life.
Right.
There's obesity. And, we New Yorkers are fat. And it is leading to diabetes.
In New York, everybody has to walk everywhere, don't they?
No, evidently not. Evidently, the convenience of just having everything at your fingertips is what's... I don't know what it is, but... Well, you look at that cupcake and you go, Jesus Christ, that is good, though. I want to eat that.
We're living in the years of excess. I mean, the Biggie sodas and all that other stuff. But look at that is a big cupcake, man. That's fucking...
How many calories?
That's a meal. That's got to be 700 calories.
But you won't have just one.
No, I have about 3 of them.
See, like, if you just ate that for breakfast, you'd be fine,
for
right?
the week.
Right.
Well, no, but I'm already a macchiato. No, a Frappuccino deep.
Ah.
But all you have to do... Oh, you already have a Frappuccino.
Now, the guy who drives me every morning, he's the greatest guy. But now... he has one waiting for me in the car. And
everybody enables you.
Right.
Well, I think he thinks the broad in Starbucks is cute, so now I can't even stop him from doing it. I'm like, well,
so the guy who drives you, boy, Ronnie never does anything like that for me. The guy who drives you goes and gets you a cappuccino, a frappuccino.
Best driver in the world.
It's got sugar in it.
Herb. Herb is my driver. He's been my driver since the beginning.
How did that start? Did you once ask him to get you a Frappuccino, and then he continued doing it every morning?
What happened was I was running late, and there's a Starbucks literally two feet from my house. So we drive by there, and they're just opening up at 5:30, and a lot of times I was going, fuck, let me run in and get a mocha frappuccino. So I run in, and one day he says, what's your order every morning? And I told him, and the next day he had to wait for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a guy who hustles for a living.
No, he knows what he's doing. This guy was working for a company when I first met him, and then he started his own company. You know?
Well, that's impressive. And, but I'll tell you what. Even the mornings you would skip the Frappuccino, now you won't because it's sitting right there. Does he get you the Grande or whatever, the extra large?
I'm telling you, I don't know how. One time by mistake, they gave me the biggest mocha Frappuccino.
How big is that?
A venti.
Yeah.
Which is like the size of a large
It's like a Slurpee
soda.
cup. Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I don't know how people, that was too much for me.
And you finished it.
I had to. I felt like a waste.
He didn't want to waste it.
But now I actually had to have a conversation with the guy and said, listen, if I call you, get it. You can't have it waiting for me every day. It can't. At least make it require some effort on my part, because then
Here comes your bagel.
Well, here's my bagel, and me and Jason had a whole butter conversation.
You've already had a Frappuccino, a cupcake, and a bagel? Man, you're out of control.
But you know what happened to me yesterday? I went home at 2 o'clock, and I took a nap, and I woke up at 4 a.m.
Did you really?
So you're getting a lot of exercise,
I've been doing that a lot, Howard. I'm thinking about going to the doctor. I am able to sleep.
You're wondering what is happening to you?
I am able to sleep.
He was tired.
But I'd still be sleeping. Like, I'm able to sleep 40 hours at a clip lately. On a weekend where I don't have a gig, I can sleep from when we get off Thursday to, like, Saturday afternoon.
The fat is pressing on your lungs.
But
Is that what it is?
And this is not the first time. I went home yesterday I got home about 2 o'clock, and I laid down, and I woke up at 4 a.m. Now, I've never been more refreshed.
You know what my theory is on this? Like, when you're a little kid and you're growing and you're tired all the time because you're growing?
Right.
You're still growing, in a sense. I mean, every day.
But, Howard, you have to realize, just imagine
you are good.
Carrying all the weight every day, all day.
Yeah.
You're exhausted from that. Then when you lie down, your organs are being pressed on by all of that.
You are very good.
I'm surprised.
That makes you tired, and you're just exhausted. Get rid of this show.
Panero.
I was just about to talk about what's going on with satellite.
Shit her pants while she was jogging.
Hugh Panero, who has been with XM Satellite Radio. He's been the CEO sort of since its inception and has been credited with helping to establish the satellite radio industry by attracting 8 million subscribers to XM, has announced that he is stepping down.
I know you. You was the guy who was courting me to go to XM Radio when I was considering XM or Sirius. Nice guy. I just read this. I read that he had battled leukemia and stuff. But then
really?
Yeah, but I mean, he's over that. It had nothing to do with his resignation.
Well, they sort of say that once this merger occurs, there will be no job for him because Mel Karmazin is going to be keeping his Sirius position, and Gary Parsons, the XM chairman, will be keeping his position.
I think his downfall was really not signing me.
Yeah, it was, because that Sirius wouldn't be here.
Sirius wouldn't be around.
There would have been a knockout punch.
Would have been a knockout punch. And also, I think that a lot of his downfall was that they kind of blamed him for not keeping the growth going and also overreacting to the threat of Sirius by doing that huge advertising campaign when they signed me. So I'm believing that
It was a bad move on his part.
Well, not signing
The papers aren't giving me the credit.
Well, not signing you was a major blunder, and then everything he did to combat you going to Sirius was wrong, too.
Including signing Oprah.
That was a big deal. That's a lot of money. For companies that lose money, giving a non-radio person that kind of cash, man, it's not worth it.
What happened was one of the board of directors had resigned over it because he said they're spending money, it's too much money on advertising. And you're right. The advertising came about as a result because we were getting so many subscribers.
Right.
And then his big find was getting Oprah after you.
And reacting and spending money on stuff that nobody gave a shit about.
Because, you see, your area, and again, not to sound like I'm lathering up your ass, but I mean, but I'm saying it's just a fact, like Scott Baio. You're just stating a fact.
like, you were one of a kind in radio, but after you, like, in other words, they could hire a big rap guy like Snoop Dogg, but there's enough rappers on that level to where we'll get Eminem. And then, and we got baseball, well, we'll get football. We got this, we got that. But sort of in your category, you're really the one guy to get there. And what are they in? The radio business. That's the most important guy. Right. So they
made the play, but you and his pack, sort of the hack pack, I call them. I'm just kidding you.
You don't get nuts over that.
I just kind of felt like they weren't really...
they felt like they were the only game in town.
Well, I know.
They did. They kind of took Sirius for granted and said, "Oh, you're not going to." They could go, "Well, you're not going to go there. They don't have as many subscribers as us."
So we can take our time.
We could change that.
Take a look at my career. I love going where there are no people.
Yeah.
That's the only kind of stations I ever went to.
Well, if they were smart too, they would go. Well, they don't have any people now. Them plus Howard Stern is a different ballgame.
They underestimated the impact. And
what about the fact you're the only DJ who can go on Letterman? And I mean, you're an A-list celebrity. That's not,
They didn't...
JV and Elvis and everybody else aren't.
Well, Major League Baseball is something they'll pay all the money in the world to. And I said to them, your thinking isn't right. But, it sounds pompous when I said it to them. And...
Well,
there's a guy at Sirius. I'm not going to mention his name. He is one of the biggest guys at Sirius. It's not Mel.
Ross?
No, not Ross.
Ross?
Goes way up the ladder.
Yeah.
And he is an art collector, a very wealthy man. And he turned to me in a meeting, and he said to me, he looked at me square in the eye, and he said, this is while they were courting me. He said to me, you see all these pictures on the wall. And I didn't know what these paintings were. My agent turned to me. He said, you know what's doing on this wall. This is Picasso. This is Michelangelo. This is Leonardo da Vinci's he's got on the wall. And so this guy turned to me and says, well, you see what's on my wall? He said, you, to me, are one of these paintings. You're Picasso.
Guy's a good bullshitter.
Oh, yeah.
He knows what to say, boy. Did you drop to your knees?
See, that's a pitch. That's a sales pitch.
Take him to bed?
The same way I go after these paintings.
You are very good.
Yes.
I want you. I said, now you're talking.
That's a heavy-hitting type of thing.
Now you're fucking talking.
That's pulling out the guns.
That's you know what? You like me. You really like me.
He's like dragging the fake Picassos.
That's right. Then he had me stuffed and framed on his wall. I was there for a year and a half.
Hanging there.
I'm hanging on his wall.
Well, yeah.
But
so I painted him a painting.
I think that XM had gotten so bloated.
Yes.
They had the car deals, and they were just, once the car deal starts rolling out, we don't have anything to worry about, is what he was saying.
And I knew if I'd gone to XM, they would have always said, well, you didn't bring the people. We were doing it anyway. And it was just like, that was kind of the attitude I got. I really did. And
they didn't need any help at that point.
But you was a very nice man, and,
Well, they say that his leaving, announcing that he's leaving at this time gives people sort of a feeling that maybe the merger is on better footing. Because, if it wasn't going to happen, he would still have a job waiting for him.
I read in the paper, again, I get no sort of inside info on any of this. I read in the paper that they said they feel it's about a 50-50 chance.
Well, they've been saying that for a long time. Yeah. What I thought was interesting, there's an article in the radio section of, the Daily News today that says, number one, the Cardinals behind it because Sirius has the Catholic channel, and it would give the Catholic channel a bigger audience.
Look, I mean...
And they said about 72 members of the House of Representatives and National Public Radio are against it.
Look, if the country, if our congressmen and stuff want to be unfair to a fledgling business that's trying to make it, this would be like forcing VHS and Beta to stay in business. Now, they went to one format. It was VHS. The business can't exist and be whole and make a profit unless there's just one satellite radio. It's ridiculous to have two satellite radios. That's like saying you have two completely different phones in your house. Like one phone works with one company and one works... No, you have a million different companies that provide service, true, but it's you go to the same phone.
Well, yeah, it's like saying if you want to call this different group of people, you need another phone.
Yeah, a different phone.
Wait a minute.
You want to call your cousin in Montana.
We all understand that, but it's only 72 members of the House of Representatives who are against it.
Right.
That's nothing.
How rare is it that we're on the same? We have the same agenda as the Catholic Church?
Channel. Yeah.
Well, it's just the business can't make it otherwise. It's got to become solidified.
Why would 72 House of Representatives members be able to stop this? This is crazy. Who cares about 72 of them?
Right. Well,
let's get it going.
Well, you know,
they're thinking that by the end of the year we will
give Satellite an answer. Give them an answer. ExxonMobil didn't take this long. They gave them an answer.
We got the end of the year. It's going to take a whole year for us.
Same energy, yeah.
I have a question in relation to like the Apple iPhone or whatever.
Yes.
Is AT&T the only company that allows like a hookup or something?
That's what I was told. I don't know for sure.
If that's the case, is that not indeed some sort of semi-monopoly? I mean,
I don't know how it all works, Fred, but I'll tell you this.
Wireless organizations aren't allowed to participate.
That's not necessarily good for the consumer, is it?
They know it. Well, listen.
It's like one phone, one phone service.
And it certainly is good for the consumer if they don't have to go, if they want NFL coverage and if they want baseball coverage, they don't have to go buy 2 different radios.
No, I'm talking about the iPhone.
No, I'm using the analogy.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I guess they can get away with it because everyone doesn't have to have an iPhone, but it is annoying.
Apple stock went down because, I read this in the paper this morning, that the iPhone, they didn't have as many people sign up for the iPhone, register their iPhones as they thought. And, that's interesting to me because it's all hype.
Right, and what was that? I thought there were lines for this thing. It hasn't sold out?
I heard it did.
Well, Apple is saying that they did sell out the phones. It's taking a while to sign everyone onto their service because they're flooded, they say. But
see,
I've
had one now for a week, and I haven't had a chance to even think about it. But
you've activated yours, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. So, but Fred's right. That AT&T thing is a little bit of a pain in the ass, but I could just keep my old phone and say, fuck it.
Well, I'm a Trio user, and that's what I'm sticking with, because I've got all my bugs worked out. I don't need bugs. I want the phone to fucking work, and that's it.
I want to send an email while I'm talking to someone and listening to The Who and watching their video.
Well, there you go.
I don't think you're going to be able to do all that.
I bet I can while I'm driving.
It'll blow your mind.
And make a milkshake.
They say there are now more car accidents because of people are text messaging while they're driving.
I'm guilty of it. Hot chicks will teach you how to text. One of these hot chicks I'm involved with said you should text, and
you got busy, didn't you?
I broke down. And then maybe I'm thinking, is she married? Where's she texting so much? I don't know. And at that fucking rolling in traffic, I'm sitting there going, I want to go to dinner? And then you ever see those text things, like instead of FOR, they write the numeral 4. I'm just learning all those little things, like what shit means.
The shortcuts.
Yeah, they write in their own fucking language. She wrote me back. I was like, is this Greek? What is this?
Shortcuts.
Yeah. Motherfuckers.
Yeah, when you're typing on a phone, you'll look for every shortcut you can find.
Yeah, Ralph.
Yeah, not only is Fred's right, AT&T is the only provider for the iPhone for exclusive for like 2 years, and also it won't even turn on unless you connect to the service. Right. Like you can't even work an MP3 player through it or anything.
Well, how is that on a monopoly?
It is.
Sounds like one to me.
There's a billion of them.
Well, watch here. I turn it on and see what happens.
How about the cable provider that I have? I don't have a choice. I don't have like 3 cable providers. You have one in your area.
That's the worst.
That's the point. They are singling out satellite radio. Well, it's the NAB. They're against it because they got a hard-on for it.
They got a strong lobby.
Yeah, I tell you what, if this doesn't go through, someone ought to do an investigation as to who received what in terms of lobbyist money.
We've got a beautiful lobby, too. Have you seen it? It's unbelievable.
I'm just thinking maybe they got the same kind of management that the Who had.
Yeah.
They do a politically correct thing, though, with the iPhone, Howard. Look what they do. You turn it on, and you can't do anything, but it will let you make an emergency call.
Oh, that's nice.
So it says slide for emergency, and then you can make one phone call, like, to an ambulance or something. Very politically correct move. I like that.
Yeah. Save it for that emergency call.
Anything else, Robin?
Yes. I only told you one story.
Yes.
But it was a big one.
2 middle school students in Oregon are facing possible time in a juvenile jail and could have to register as sex offenders for smacking girls on the rear end at school.
Wow. Boy, school is so much safer now.
Now,
the shit that happened to me in school, everyone in my school would be in jail.
Right. But I heard the mother crying. You know, they're going to take my little boy and send him to prison, and he's going to have to be a sex offender. But, you know, little girls don't necessarily need to be smacked on the butts either.
I'm thinking of it.
I remember, did you do this in school, Artie? Because in junior high school, it was almost like you had to run a gauntlet sometimes in the hall. Because boys would be trying to do that.
We used to do what we called Benny Hills.
What is that?
Well, you know, Benny Hill.
That's where you insert your penis into the woman?
Remember Benny Hill on a show when he slapped that old guy on the forehead all the time? Right. So we did that so much to people. Redheads, bleeding, to where the principal put out a memo, and in parentheses it said, if someone is caught giving a Benny Hill, you will be arrested. But you talk about older kids abusing you. When I was in the 7th grade, 2 9th graders stole a car, and these 2 Italian kids, I don't know what, you know, I'm not going to say their names, but they grab me, they take me into New York, and they go, you got to watch the car while we go into a head shop to buy whippets. And I'm like, all right. So
who are you, Lindsay Lohan?
I mean, I literally, like, I have my social studies book. And I'm like, all right. We go, they get whippets. You're doing whippets in the front. And they go, you know, Lang, you want to whip it? I'm like, no. And they're like, figure your mama's boy. Like, call me a mama's boy. We go through this bad area in Newark. They tell me to lean my head out the window. And I go, what do you want me to do? They go, well, we're rolling down the street. Just take your 2 fists and smack them together. And I'm like, all right. So I lean out the window. I smack the 2 fists together, like 12 black guys run at the car.
Why?
Because that's the way to ask for hits.
Oh.
You know, like those pills hits.
Oh, wow.
Which were like synthetic heroin or something.
Oh, my God.
They look like lewds. So they're like rolling down like Springfield Avenue in Newark. They say, all right, Lang, put your thing out. I fucking hit the thing. 12 black kids rush the car. There's like a million deals going on. And now they're swallowing the pills. They're 15. They don't have a license. Swallowing the pills, doing the whippets, and they get me home about 10. And I was a little upset.
Do you think your mom could sue the school?
I didn't tell them what happened, but could you imagine that story now?
You talk about girls getting smacked on the ass. I mean, I got choked till I passed out almost. I mean, you know,
a little help.
Although nobody ever slapped my ass.
Is sexual harassment.
Absolutely.
Little boys run through the halls trying to steal girls.
Well,
back then, nobody ever thought to sue anybody. It's so great.
If they got an ass like that 19-year-old that came in today.
She shouldn't even be allowed in a school.
What an ass.
Right.
Oh,
the
man.
boys
It's going to haunt me, that ass.
They're both 13, and they both spent 5 days in juvenile detention and were charged with several counts of felony sex abuse for what they and their parents said was merely inappropriate but not criminal behavior.
Hey, Bendy, you want to bendy on it? Ow!
There's a sex offender.
I think that you ought to sit down and talk to your sons if you don't want to have this problem, and say keep your hands off people who haven't invited touching.
Hey, Howard?
Yeah.
Do you want to hear the 30-second clip, or actually 20-second clip of Artie calling them the Hack Pack? Because, I don't know, I listened to it. I'm not so sure he was kidding.
All right, what's the clip real quick?
Gallery preview page, it's in yellow.
Now we have evidence.
This is very embarrassing.
Aren't those guys, the Killers of Comedy, guys that just started doing stand-up because they knew they would bring in?
I call them the Hack Pack.
Yeah. All right, we got to take a quick break. And then
well, it's Bob Levy.
Oh, he is? Oh, I didn't know Bob was on it.
Levy's a great, great comic.
Yeah.
He writes a lot of jokes for Dave Chappelle. And,
I heard Can you stay for a minute?
I busted his chops.
You were not.
I said, I call him the Hack Pack, and I said, clearly I was way more serious when I said Levy's a great comic.
Yeah.
No.
But you followed up by saying he writes jokes for Chappelle.
It's a joke, Gar! It's a joke, man! But clearly the only part I was dead serious when I said, oh, Levy's a great comic. What is up his ass? Howard, give me a ruling on this.
Fine.
I was fine.
Yeah, I'd be the first one to say if you were being a shithead.
Right. I mean, come on.
No, he did okay.
All right.
Go ahead.
Lindsay Lohan, where is she today? She is in another treatment facility.
They need a bigger brace, ankle brace.
This time they said they put her in a serious one. You know, she had been at Promises before where, you know, you can go out to lunch and... You know,
it looks like a club.
You can keep your BlackBerry and you can have a good time there. It's got an ocean view.
Rehab works for some people, right? Everybody I see fails at rehab.
Well, Daniel Baldwin, is that the one who's had the problems?
Yeah.
He was on one of those shows last night.
He was on Larry King. They brought him in as an expert.
He is failing at sobriety. And he said, yes, I've been in 9 rehabs, and he's been to Promises. He's been to all of them. And he said the last one he went to was another celebrity one, but they had like a 90-day program where they catered to your individual needs after the first 30 days. And maybe that's what Lindsay needs.
Yeah, well, you know what he did? He went to rehab. He hooked up with a smoking hot chef there.
Right.
Now she's pregnant. And that got him straightened out. If they hook you up with a hot chick, maybe you could get over your bad feelings.
Oh, it's just like teaching Artie to text message.
That's right.
You make
He's got
it
a hobby
necessary in order to get in touch with a hot chick.
Scott Baio, he goes, you know, I took a sip of a beer. I rarely drink. That's what he said. Of course not. He's so busy fucking.
Right.
Doesn't have time for anything
It's
else.
not a guy with a problem.
Yeah. Well, anyway, why do you think I'm betting, you know, Tuesday nights I'm getting drunk and betting on college basketball games I don't know anything about because I'm not getting laid.
So Lindsay now, they say, you know, everybody's wondering about that thing she had on her ankle.
Yes.
You know, that was supposed to be, you know, to keep her sober.
She needs a VCR.
That thing's the size of a suitcase.
And it didn't work.
I could see Saturday Night Live having Lindsay Lohan, you know, some guy dressed up as Lindsay Lohan with a big giant box on her ankle. Hey, Bob, what's up?
I don't know. Everybody's texting me saying that I'm getting trashed. What's going on?
I wondered when you would call in.
No, I'm going to a party with my son. I just don't know.
No, nothing's going on. Don't worry about it.
No one's trashing it.
No one's trashing anyone.
It's fine.
Yeah. If you don't know what's going on, I can't explain.
No, I know a little bit, but I mean, I just like I'm not really listening because I'm with my son right now.
November 9th, you're free.
What is that?
You were going to do town hall, but now you're not.
And now Shuley did this. It wasn't Bob.
What did Bob do?
I don't even know.
It's another joke.
All right, Bob, don't worry about it.
Take your son. You haven't seen him in a while, I'm sure. Take him to school.
Yeah, it's his birthday coming up. I'm going to be on the road again. I'll see you later.
So you're making up
I'll call
for
when I get away. When I get away, I'll call the wrap-up show.
Bye.
Nobody wants you to call the wrap-up.
So anyway, let's listen to the police and what they had to say about arresting Lindsay Lohan. What happened over there? 2-5.
2-5.
She took the field sobriety test, and she did not pass. So when she got here to the jail, we did administer
But,
that.
officer, I have a box on my ankle.
That she blew a .12 and a .13%. She was charged for driving under the influence. Also, during the booking search, we found a small amount of cocaine.
She is, I mean, she's like Richard Pryor in the 70s.
She took the cocaine into the police station.
Excuse me, officer, I forgot my cocaine.
Wow. Wow. I mean, at that point, she's been through so much shit. At that point, you're Lindsay Lohan with that body. Do you go, look, officer, I'll fuck you? I mean,
meanwhile, that's like Scott Weiland, remember, from Sun Devil House? He walked up to a cop and goes, I have coke on me.
I have heroin.
Heroin.
Yeah, so she brought the coke right into the police station.
Wow.
And you know what? She refused to blow into the breathalyzer. She preferred the field sobriety test.
Yeah, I like that
like
thing.
that was going to help.
I love to walk along. You got any pull-ups I can do?
So anyway, that was how it was when she was arrested. They are saying she could be in big trouble and get some
she'll get jail time.
Major jail time because she has another case of DUI pending that hadn't even been taken care of yet when this DUI happened.
What's a .13? Is that high?
Yeah, it's .08 is the...
.08?
Yeah, legal limit. So she was way over. She was almost twice as drunk as they allow you to be.
It's enough alcohol to kill an elk.
Yeah. And she is a little thing.
Yeah, no, I mean, she'll last in prison better than Paris. This broad, she comes
from... She can fight.
Yeah, she comes from that New York
Yeah,
stock,
she's a street kid.
Yeah, she's been supporting her family for years.
I bet you got a red pussy.
Well,
excuse me?
Yeah.
You the one with Lindsay Lohan? Yes. I seen you in Parent Trap.
Yeah.
Saw that? Oh, yeah, you got a red pussy.
You was really cute in Freaky Friday. Now get over here and be freaky with me.
Perhaps you could star in my film. It's called Sucking Letitia's Pussy.
With your red pussy.
Her lawyer put out a statement yesterday that said, sobriety is a very difficult thing.
Oh, it is.
And, you know, apparently she had been notified that Lindsay had failed once again. Her mother is, you know, to the rescue and saying they're, you know, going to take care of this problem. But according to the people who knew her, she wasn't really taking her sobriety seriously.
Honey, you know what looked nice with your red pussy? Black pussy.
Meanwhile, she was supposed to be on The Tonight Show last night with Jay Leno, and she did not show up, so they called...
So Jay flew her with balloons.
No, they called Rob Schneider.
The Jay had naked chicks to pull.
Yeah, I saw a picture in the paper that Rob Schneider, dressed up as Lindsay Lohan, had the big box on his ankle.
Right, and he was trying to look as Lindsay-like as he could. Here's a little bit of Rob Schneider on the Jay Leno show last night, 1-9.
Hold on, Robin. 1-9?
1-9.
Hey, Scotty boy. We all set on this? Oh, okay, I got it. Sorry.
The first guest, a terrific young actress. She's been in the press a lot lately, and we look forward to hearing her. You know, this is why you bring people on, to hear their side of the story, okay?
I love the 3-hour setup by Jay. We get it. Okay, we know Lindsay.
I'm going to film this.
No, coming out. And then he fucks it. Then he goes, so here's Rob Schneider as Lindsay Lohan.
Did he really?
Yeah, listen to this, yeah.
Please welcome Rob Schneider as Lindsay Lohan, please.
He goes, we're going to bring out Lindsay Lohan to describe herself. But
you mean people would have not gotten it?
Yeah, he would have been sued.
It sounds like a legal thing, but get some balls.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, how could it be a legal thing? Rob Schneider walks out, you know he's not Lindsay Lohan.
Saturday Night Live has guys dressed up as Lindsay Lohan.
John Goodman is, you know...
So now to break the illusion, here's Rob Schneider as Lindsay Lohan. No one. I thought Jay doesn't believe in being mean. Isn't that being mean to Lindsay Lohan?
Yeah.
Lohan.
Do you think John got pissed that he didn't get a chance to play Lindsay Lohan?
110.
Yeah. I think John thought when Jay hired him, he was going to get to be all the characters, and he was going to sit there like Ed McMahon.
Do a lot of skits and stuff.
I'm going to be Ed McMahon.
Lindsay talks about researching...
I saw Freaky Friday. I could do
Susanna, I totally could have done that bit.
Lindsay talks about researching her role.
Yes, you all heard the story by now. Early this morning, Lindsay...
All right. Is this it? Am I playing the right thing?
I don't know. 110?
Yeah.
Lohan was arrested on suspicion of DUI and possession of cocaine. She told the cops she was just researching a role for a movie in which she would play herself.
What?
That must have been part of Jay's monologue.
Yeah, well, here's the Jay.
Didn't she just leave that rehab center in Malibu promises? I hope she kept the receipt. What is...
Man, it's just... So now if he sees Lindsay Lohan out and she's mad at him, would he react like, oh, come on, it's all fun?
Look who coming in today. Lindsay Lohan into our prison. Move over, Letitia. It's my turn to sit on Lindsay's face today.
Man, that is some nice tail.
Yeah.
Here's Leno on Lindsay's booking.
I don't know.
A promise. They keep the room ready for you? What?
Did he make a joke about booking her on the show and booking her? And
yeah, he drew those. I wrote a children's book. That's all I got.
All right. Well, I guess he didn't. They didn't give me. I thought I had some of Rob Schneider as Lindsay, but
I have it somewhere in my thing. If you really want to hear it, okay. You want to hear Rob Schneider?
He was actually kind of funny.
He was. Let's see. Where did I put that? Hey, Gar, where's the Lindsay Lohan?
Try JD page 1.
Thank you.
Tim White.
My first guest, a terrific young actress. Side of the...
Thank you, Jay.
late last night, let me tell you. Woo, late.
Right, yeah. I got to admit, you don't look like yourself.
No.
Maybe a little heavier.
But you just said he's Rob Schneider.
Right.
Asshole.
Beer?
Yeah.
Well, the camera does, you do gain about 10 pounds.
Yeah.
The camera.
Right.
You guys got like 10 cameras here.
Right.
That's 100 pounds right there. 100 pounds right there.
Now, tell us. Now, I know you had a late night last night. What happened? Tell us what happened.
Well, I'm Irish,
right.
Jay, and for the Irish, St. Patty's Day, it's like all summer.
Really? Okay.
March 17th, and woo! See you in September.
Yeah.
I like how Jay's all annoyed with Lindsay Lohan. His writers wrote the bit, but that's Jay being annoyed with Lindsay Lohan. Of course, he never gets annoyed with the real Lindsay Lohan. He just sucks her pussy.
I was so wasted, I was in my car and couldn't find my car.
Really?
Wow. I was messed up.
Wow.
I was actually wearing a diaper. I looked like an astronaut.
Really?
There's
He was good. He did
Rob's
a good
good.
job. That's a bad introduction.
You know who's going to do a good job on my pussy in prison with Lindsay Lohan?
Yeah.
Lindsay, use your thumb. I learned that on the show.
We're going to canoodle.
All right.
Yes.
Problems in...
Look, no, canoodling in C-Block.
Baseball, basketball, football.
Your balls, my balls. What's the difference, Robin?
The ball.
All over the place. The NBA commissioner held a press conference yesterday, David Stern, and he says that the crooked ref is the worst situation that he has faced on the job.
Yeah, that's rough.
This is the most serious situation and worst situation that I have ever experienced.
I read about this guy, this ref.
Yeah.
Did you see what kind of a maniac this guy seems to be? His former neighbors in Pennsylvania claim that they had a neighborly dispute with the guy, and he basically terrorized them for 3 years. They had to call the cops. He would, booby trap their lawn and throw stuff at their house and make their kids cry, and they had to leave.
Oh. Well, then he deserves everything he's getting.
Well, I don't know. He's supposed to be a little bit of a lunatic.
Yeah, well, here's the commissioner again saying he doesn't know if Donahue did anything to change the outcome of NBA games. 2-4.
These are all over the place. This is hard.
What we're dealing with is betting and providing information. I don't know of any charges yet or any discussions of anything else that relate to the fixing of games.
Well, you know what they're looking at is the under-over bets, more so than wins and losses, because, late in the game, every game also has long odds sometimes with bookies if it goes into overtime.
Right.
And in a close game, calling fouls, he can really control that.
Well, let me ask you something. Bookies don't have a worry. There's no such thing in basketball as, all right, we have to go back and make good on all the bets that were in these fixed games.
No, look, what's done is done. No,
right, you don't go back to your bookie and say, hey, this dude was fixing the game.
It's basketball's credibility. That's what's fucked up.
That's right. I'm just saying nobody's getting any money changing hands because it's all illegal.
Yeah, no.
But anyway, so that's what's going on in basketball.
No one's going to call up Vinny in Staten Island and go, listen, Vin, did you hear that game wasn't properly called? Can I get my Hyundai back?
Here's a gambling expert, R.J. Bell, who says there is a troubling pattern in games that were reffed by Tim Donahue. 1-4.
Last season, in the 15 games that Tim Donahue refereed, in which there was extreme money bet on one side, one team bet more than the other, the bettors won every time. The odds of that happening by pure chance are over 32,000 to 1.
Well, there you go.
God.
Yeah.
That is damning evidence right there.
And then in football, you got the Michael Vick controversy. He was indicted yesterday.
Craziest story in sports in the last 20 years. I mean, I can't believe, what a psychopath.
Yep, makes no sense.
Here's the NFL commissioner, Roger Goodell, who says the allegations against Michael Vick are despicable.
We think it's despicable, frankly, and we're very concerned about the allegations that are being made, but they are allegations right now.
They're trying to be calm, but he has been asked to stay away from training camp for right now. Here is the owner of the Atlanta Falcons, Arthur Blank, who said the team was prepared to hit Vic with a minimum of a 4-game suspension if the NFL hadn't stepped in. 2-7.
Gary, me, you, and Scott, we need to have a meeting after the show. You're not accomplishing what I asked you to do. This is Arthur Blank?
Yes.
The indictment of Michael Vick has affected everyone associated with the Falcons, the National Football League, our players, coaches, our associates, our sponsors, our season ticket holders, our other fans, the Atlanta community.
And he's responsible for the death of Jimmy Hoffa. You know, that's what I was talking about when we first... This is how they look at it. It's affecting everything and everybody in football.
It's a shame because, I mean, I don't know what Michael Vick makes exactly, but it's probably around $10 million a year. And I read the average amount of money you win in one of those dog fights is like $1,500.
I know. Yeah, $20,000 would be like the most you could get.
And then if a dog loses, they put it to death.
Well, this is mental illness.
Yeah. I mean, if he's guilty, you really got to study his brain.
Right. Like they studied Einstein's brain for the opposite reason.
Exactly.
Right.
What went wrong here?
This is how not to make a brain.
I would assume.
All right. Anything else, Robin?
A new report says that the Sunshine State, Florida, is getting hotter because of global warming.
Well, I'm moving there.
Now, you might think that's a good thing, but the results will be devastating. Holly Benz of Environment Florida says 2006 was the second warmest year on record in the continental United States, and temperatures are on the rise in cities all across the state. She says the consequences are very devastating, even for small increments like this. 2-6.
Increased drought and wildfire, stress on already scarce water resources, and more frequent and intense tropical storms. So far, just this year, Florida's already experienced one of the worst wildfire seasons in memory, and many cities and counties across the state are under water restrictions.
So that's what's going to happen. It'll just get more and more uncomfortable, and you'll have more fires, less water. It's going to be a bad thing when global warming really takes effect.
More people with good tans. I don't think that's wrong.
I don't know. You won't be getting them in Florida. It'll be too hot for you.
Wet ass.
Britney Spears, we talked about her yesterday, that highly controversial shoot she arranged herself with OK Magazine in London. They have decided to publish the pictures as is. They are not going to clean her up. They're not going to pretty up the article. They're going to say what really happened. Britney was erratic. Her mood was swinging throughout the day. She kept making frequent trips to the bathroom. And every time her mood changed when she came out. She was wiping greasy hands on designer dresses that they had borrowed to shoot her in. And she used one of the dresses, a Chanel, to clean up dog poop. So they're going to show it all. That magazine hits the stands tomorrow, I think. The Simpsons movie is out, and it's getting good reviews. Got 3 stars in the New York Post today.
More success for The Simpsons.
They say they like it. How long has that thing been on TV now?
20,000 years.
I think 1989 it started, I believe. So 18 years or something.
That is an amazing run.
Sam can build another edition.
I'm proud to say I've never seen one.
I don't.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Not one episode?
Nope.
God,
Tom Chiusano even once gave me like a whole bunch of them on DVD, and I never watched it.
Really?
Yeah.
God, there's some funny shit on that show. Yeah, I think so. I've always liked it.
I don't care.
You don't care about The Simpsons?
I'm an adult. I'm sorry. I'm not watching cartoons.
Back to the Britney Spears thing. They say that Kevin Federline is so concerned about Britney that he is thinking of reapplying, going back to the courts to get custody of the kids because he's concerned about
but he's an insect.
He's an insect.
Yeah.
But he's still a better father than she is a mother.
Your Honor, I know I'm an insect, but my former wife is Britney Spears.
Literally.
And Luke Wilson. Now, I think this is a bad joke to play on somebody. Luke Wilson was supposed to be somewhere, and somebody hired a plane to fly over with his phone number on one of those banners, you know, that they usually fly by the beach.
Yeah, Johnny Knoxville did it, though.
That's what they're saying, that it was a Johnny Knoxville prank. And now if you call the number, it has been cut off because it was his real number.
You know what? He should keep it for 5 days. Just actually see who calls him.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Hey, now.
So, yeah, he didn't take too well to that.
Should I do that? Should I give my number out right now? I'd keep it out. in 3 days I'll change it.
Yeah, you want to give out your real home phone number?
Should I do it right now?
It's up to you.
And then
you want to
it's going to be a headache. It's going to call and call and call. Only you want chicks to call, though,
what
right?
What could fuck me over here?
Yeah, do you need to be in touch with somebody?
Like, what if your mom wants to get through?
Well, yeah, but I got the cell phone. Just to see who calls, and then I'll just play back if there's anything interesting.
Sure. I mean, it's up to you if you want to give your number out on the air. I don't know what the legalities are. I don't know anything about it.
What do you mean legalities? He's giving out his number.
I have the power to change it. All right. My home phone number.
You're crazy.
This is Artie Lang's home phone number, all right?
I don't know, man.
No? You tell me.
How long have you had
could
this
happen?
number?
I just think it's funny if Luke Wilson had kept that for 5 days. Who actually would have called?
Here's Artie's home phone number.
You sure? Are we missing
You make
anything?
the decision. Don't. Then you're going to blame me.
No, I'm not blaming. No, it's my decision. But I'm saying, is there anything? The show can't get in trouble for some reason, right?
I don't think so. If you give out your real number, don't give out someone else's.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
All right.
It's crazy.
All right, my home number is... I am a little nuts.
You are a heroin addict.
My home number is 201-876-3239.
Oh, my goodness.
Benji finally got Artie's home phone number. By the way, I've called that number. It's hard to get through.
You won't get Artie, I can tell you that.
We're going to get him. All right. You're crazy.
A little weird.
You are crazy.
Is it your cell phone, your new cell phone?
No, that's my...
No, his home phone.
I don't have a voicemail on my cell phone.
Oh, okay.
It's ringing already.
I'll see. Well, I'll see who calls. I'll bring it in tomorrow. Wouldn't it be funny, like, you know what, it would be bad for
my ego. What if no one called?
There's nobody calling.
Nobody gave a shit. Hey, fuck you, Art. Nobody call.
You know what, fans, if you really want to be funny, just don't call. That'll be the best thing ever.
But you're wild on satellite. People say you're better on satellite. I see why. You're wild.
Man, I'm going crazy.
It's funny now. Wait till you get home and you're going through 3,000.
You know what? It's not the strangers. It's some of the dirtbags I know who, like, just got out of prison.
That who you've been trying to stay away from, yeah.
Bookies and shit. Wow.
Look at Benji. He's all excited. He's got Artie's number. Now we're friends. We just called Artie's number, and it's busy back in the office.
Yeah, see?
Now it's called.
You're
busy? You get that? Oh, I get. Well, yeah.
Because it's overloaded.
Oh, it's exciting. The people say we got not as many listeners. It's overloading them.
3,000 guys are going to get through, and one hot chick can't get through.
Oh, wait, fuck. I just realized now Levy has my number.
Well, you're changing it in a couple of days anyway.
Actually.
Should we put the number up on the PDT, you know, the thing that strolls?
I don't care. I mean, it's cat's out of the bag.
All right, go ahead.
I got to change it.
Artie's home phone.
It's a little bit of a pain in the ass to change.
I'll have Teddy do it.
Well, you got it now.
What else, Robin?
What if
anything?
I just never
we got to get going.
Yes, I have to get going. Let me get out of here. And the Weekly World News is closing.
Okay.
It's a long-time, 20-year tabloid. It was the one that always had the pictures of the alien babies and the whole thing. Well, it's the end of an era.
All right. Well,
closing down.
There's some funny stuff about me, so I always thought they were funny.
Yeah, they were the ones that published the picture and said you were being worshipped.
In Africa?
In Brazil, South America somewhere.
And then I'm direct descendant of Napoleon Bonaparte. I still have that hanging on my wall.
That's a great one.
I like this whole bit Artie's into. Here's Gary's home phone number. Why don't you go all the way? What else could you give out? What's your...
What would I give out? I can't do it.
Here's your credit card.
Address?
How much could it go up?
If I give out my credit card number, do you think I could cancel everything that happened?
No, don't do that.
Are you out of your mind?
It's for the show.
No, I don't think they're going to take kindly to that one.
Should give out your home address.
Oh, Jesus.
Why don't you
Should I give the address I grew up in? No, some other people are there.
That would be harassing. I'll tell you what you do.
What?
Make keys for everyone to your apartment.
So people can start using it.
I'm getting. By the way, I'm getting more and more fan letters at my actual home.
Really?
People are this fucking internet shit. People are figuring it out.
Yeah, that's a drag. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Wait, let me Ralph's quick. What is it, Ralph? Real quick.
I tried to call Artie's number. Not only are you not getting busy, Samuel, the line is like completely dead.
Oh, really? Already?
I think it just blew up the line.
Artie's phone number. All right, thank you.
Crazy, man.
He is crazy.
He's real crazy.
You know, you sit on the air long enough, shit happens.
I mean, we're getting loopy. At 1 o'clock, I will be giving out my fucking home address.
Artie's phone was called by so many people, his phone lit on fire and burned up all of New Jersey.
The building burned down.
All right, we're out of here. Anybody got anything to say? I don't.
I'm outie.
All right, goodbye.
One thing, Howard.
I have to go call Artie's number. What is it?
Check out King Norris August 15th. It's a Wednesday night at Crash Mansion, 199 Bowery at Spring Street, New York City, 8 p.m. show. Go to crashmansion.com or kingnorris.com. Don't miss Artie Lang at Beecher's Madhouse in the Hard Rock Hotel in Vegas, July 28th. The South Shore Music Circus, Cohasset, Mass, August 3rd and 4th. And the Fox Theater in Detroit, September 15th. Go to artie-lang.com for info. Saturday, July 28th, Sal, Bob, Florentine, Chuli, Kid Chris at the Crocodile Rock Cafe, Allentown, Pennsylvania. Go to cleanboxentertainment.com for tickets. Friday, August 3rd, see Bob Levy, Jim Florentine, Richard Chuli, Beetlejuice, and Yucko at the Stadium Theater Performing Arts Center in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. Call 481-762-4545 for tickets. And see the same guy Saturday, August 4th at the Palladium, Worcester, Mass.
Al-Qaeda's in Iraq.
508-797-9696 or go to RevBobLevy.com. Friday and Saturday, August 10th and 11th, Sal and the Reverend Bob at Uncle Benny's Comedy Club, Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey. Call 732-899-3900 and go to RevBobLevy.com. Richard Christie hosting the Hickson Fest Heavy Metal Bash, July 28th at the Pennant East, Belmar, New Jersey. Come see 5 great metal bands and hang with Richard Christie. Go to richardchristie.com or hicksonfest.com. That's HIXONfest.com for more info. To book Benji and his naked lesbian bachelor party strippers and to see their new, dirty, interactive website, go to dialadancer.com or call 1-800-414-7808.
It left.
After, they have to do, I think, an additional MRI, which shows more detail.
Yeah, they're not sure about that yet, huh?
Yeah. But, they do agree that it's not an emergency in terms he has to be treated yesterday but definitely in the next week or so, he needs to be treated. He's going to go to the hospital tomorrow.
It sounds like, and I'm not a medical professional, if you're going to put it in terms, I guess it sounds like he may be very gross.
Yeah.
Disgusting is what they call it.
He's disgusting.
Is there a better word for comedy than carbuncle?
No. I was thinking if he starts a band, he could be Sweaty Jeff and the Carbuncles.
I mean, he could potentially die if he doesn't treat this because it's going to the bone.
Well, yeah, he could get a blood infection if this keeps going.
It's weird. In practice, you see a lot of patients like this who totally don't like doctors. They don't like going to hospitals. And sometimes these people outlive everybody. It's just kind of weird. And you have these other patients who do everything they can to take care of themselves. They eat right.
And they die.
And they drop dead unexpectedly.
Hey, Jeff.
Yo.
Are you on the way to the hospital?
I'm on my way back home right now.
Good, because according to the doctor, you better get the fuck in there. You could be dead in a week.
I'm going in tomorrow, okay?
He's still in Baltimore. Ask him where he is right now.
Where are you?
I'm leaving Baltimore.
Bro, you better go.
We left at 6 a.m.
All right.
You better go.
I am.
I know you have some fear of hospitals or whatever, but dude, do you hear what he's saying?
Dude, I said I was fucking going.
Jesus, all right, man.
Okay.
You know what, Jeff? We should have looked at that a long time ago. You've had it for, what, was it 2 years ago we saw it?
At least.
1986.
Doesn't it hurt?
Yeah.
How do you put up with it?
I'm just used to it.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's my
I didn't say I liked it.
It's my best drinking buddy.
You got to
I'll be at Heinz Hall.
Heinz is the ketchup.
No, yeah,
or does John Heinz now have a hall?
Well, it's Pittsburgh. I'll be at Heinz Hall in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, June 29th.
All right.
Come on out, Pittsburgh.
Heinz is the home.
Ticketmaster, I guess.
Heinz's home is in Pittsburgh. They are the Heinzes.
That's right. Yeah,
is that where Heinz ketchup?
Everything is named. They have Heinz Hall. They have Heinz is the name of the football stadium where the Steelers are king, and now they run that town. Absolutely.
Right.
Beth's brother used to work for Heinz in Pittsburgh.
They got a major chunk of that city, it seems.
There's also...
Friday night, June 8th, King Norris at Daniel Street in Milford, Connecticut, 203-877-4446. And Saturday night, June 23rd, the Harley Rendezvous Classic 2007, Moreaville, New York, opening for Blackfoot. Go to kingnorris.com for more information. Don't miss Artie Lang at Heinz Hall in Pittsburgh, June 29th, and Beecher's Madhouse at the Hard Rock Hotel in Vegas, July 20th.